August 4th, 2011. The first evening of Operation Exigent Riviera has been a huge success. Several large contingents of insurgents have been driven back or dispersed due to the accuracy of air support provided by the coalition. However, the surprising sophistication of the insurgent operation and equipment means that this fight may be more complicated than first envisioned. Meanwhile, tensions continue to escalate between Iran and the United States, as Iran announced it would remove IAEA inspectors from the country immediately due to the presence of the U.S. carrier strike group in the waters of the Persian Gulf. The move has been called unfortunate by U.S. officials.
Two from lead. Okay, today we're flying CAS on the peninsula again, take off from Cat 2, then join at waypoint 1, same as yesterday. We'll refuel at waypoint 2, then assume station at Crossroad and wait for words from Overlord. Oh yeah, we're carrying harm because Intel thinks they picked up an anti-aircraft radar in AO overnight. Seems crazy, but better safe than sorry.
Sure. Safe than sorry. Copy that.
Welcome back aboard my F-18, and welcome back aboard the USS John C. Stennis. We're just about to hook up to Catapult 2 here, and once we're launched, I'll talk a little more about the mission. There we go. Alright, launch bar down, and then we hook up to the Catapult. Then actually, you're supposed to put the launch bar back up, right? Yes. Although in DCS it seems you can get away with not doing it. I think in the actual airplane that could lead to some hydraulic issues though, but anyway, we're ready to go. So we'll push her up to full afterburner today since we're a little heavier. And the flickery HUD, I have the brightness turned up quite a bit, but it's going to be getting light pretty quickly here, I think. And airborne. Gear and flaps up. Pull her back out of burner, back to mil power. And we'll level off and try and maintain 500 feet for 7 miles, then turn towards waypoint 1. And I'm going to turn that HUD down because it's getting annoying. That's much better. So the mission profile for today, there's not a whole lot to say about it since it's similar to last time. You would have heard it explained by my character there as well. So we're still providing basically on-call close air support over the Musandam Peninsula. Except today we're equipped with 3 AGM-65F infrared-guided Mavericks, and 1 AGM-88 Harm, since there's supposedly some ELINT data to indicate some kind of anti-aircraft radar in the area, and, you know, better safe than sorry being the idea, so that's along. And once again, we'll be joining up with the tanker at waypoint 2, and then flying to the crossroads at waypoint 3 and await tasking. 2's rolling. We are coming up on 7 miles from the carrier, at which point, yeah, close enough. I'll turn out, call up waypoint 1, and start climbing out, and we'll be on our way.
Stand by for words. Wilco.
So we're just on our way into the tanker, and stand by for words, he says. Okay. I'll get my scribbly paper ready then.
Call to 1 Overlord. We have report of a civilian cargo vessel on fire in the shipping lane 7 nautical miles southwest of Greater Tump Island. An SH-60B from USS Boone is responding and is 10 days out. Fly 330 for 60 and get eyes on the situation.
I guess we're not tanking.
Colt 2-1 turning 330 for 60.
I'll reference waypoint 2 for that and fly heading 330, and I'm pushing it up to mil power, since that kind of sounds like a big deal. Tank pressure low. I put the probe away. Ugh. 330. And I'll punch that up for the autopilot as well. 330. Heading and barometric altitude. Flick the radar back on, and I'm actually going to go ahead and sort of fence in for air-to-ground mode. I don't need the air-to-ground radar. What's something useful I can put on that page? UW? Sure. Since there are probably some Iranian SAM sites nearby. Where we're going, we'll spin up the Maverick so that those are ready just in case. And yeah, we'll see what's going on here. Alright, we're about 30 miles out from where we've been told to go, and I think I'm actually going to drop down in altitude a little bit. If we're supposed to be getting eyes on a situation that's on the surface, I'll head down to 10,000 feet or so, and we'll see what's going on. One thing that worries me is the Tun Islands here and possible Iranian assets on them. Oh, and there is smoke. Alright then. So that's what we're dealing with. Ship on fire quite close to Tun then. So far as I know, these islands are both owned by Iran, and there are probably surface-to-air missile and anti-ship missile batteries there. Another ship down there seems to be okay. Oh boy. Let's keep the power on, actually. Get there as quick as we can. Now about 21 miles out. And I think those Mavericks should be ready by now. Yeah, they're timed out. I'm actually going to switch over to Harms. In self-protect mode. Yeah, Harms in self-protect mode so that if anything does... If the unthinkable should happen, we can just shoot it off immediately at any given threat. Got the SA page down here, right? We'll keep an eye on that, since that'll be providing helpful data link. Okay, coming through 12,000, ready to level off at... Well, actually, we can probably level off here. Whoa.
You are 16 nautical miles from the SOS. Descend to flight level 050 and report visual.
Okay, down to 5,000.
21 descending 050.
Alright, so the seemingly Control had the same idea. Well, fair enough. See the smoke from here, which is rather troubling. Another ship over there looks to be okay. Also a civilian ship. There should be a US ship launching that Seahawk from somewhere around here. But anyway, coming through 6,000, ready to level off at 5,000. What's max E around here, by the way, about this altitude? Yeah, well, we'll call it 250 knots. Since there are potential threats in the area, I don't actually want to let myself get too slow. This is something worth bearing in mind, I guess. And leveling off at 5,000. Well, E's are back to maybe 300 knots. Should be a decent mix of fuel economy and ability to react to threat. A bunch of ships down there, probably trying to engage in some sort of rescue operation. Oh boy, is that an SA-11 on Greater Tun then, is what that threat ring is.
Overlord, Colt 2 visual on the vessel appears to have a significant fire on the bow.
Oh boy.
We have a large explosion and fire on the second vessel, 1 nautical mile south of the first.
Copy that. Orbit the vessel until the helo gets on station.
Roger that. Yeah, I'm worried about how close we are to Iranian possessions here, though. Gotta say. Maintain 5,000, level off. And establish a low-level orbit here. I don't want to get too close to Greater Tun. Don't want to provoke anything. I'm gonna keep my distance here. And they're painting us.
Let's fight. Sand launch, Colt 2-1.
Son of a bitch!
Call to 1, you are cleared to return fire. Repeat, return fire.
Chaff is out. Defensive. Oh, buddy, get down low. Alright, I'm gonna push out to a standoff range and then shoot my harm. Try and knock out that radar, and then maybe use the Mavericks on anything else. Ah, no visual. No visual. Ah. I see missiles that way. Pumping out the chaff, because why not? Get out of range of that sucker. Okay, should be beyond effective range now that I'm cold to it, but still. Wingman, you still out there? I hope so. I'll tell him, I'll fire my harm, then tell him to engage air defenses. Hopefully he'll engage with Mavericks and harms as well, and not get himself into any trouble. Although, DCS wingmen we're talking about here. Alright, you want a piece of me? Let's try that again, shall we? Come on. Come on. We're only going to fire that one time? Have I still got their radar signature? Not really. Let's uncage that Maverick and see what we can see. Come on. Really remember how to ground stabilize this to use it without the targeting pod. Well, I shouldn't be getting any closer than that anyway. Let's turn around for now. And I'll have my wingmen engage air defenses.
Flight. Engage air defenses.
These ones specifically. The Hawk site over on the coast is not our concern at this time. Give me some distance, then we'll run back in with the Mavs and see what we can do. I'll get a little altitude too. The hell do you think you're doing? Running in that way? You're not going for the Hawk side, are you, buddy? You know what? I don't trust you not to do something stupid. Just rejoin formation, I'll take care of this. Oh yeah. Turning around. They seem to have ceased fire, which is something. Okay, how do I bring my Maverick back onto bore site here? Cage. And then find that field there. Those look like SAM-like objects. Uncage. Ground stabilize. Ground stabilize? Can I ground stabilize? I really don't remember how to use the Mavericks without the targeting pod. I'll just twitch it over to the... I think that's a SAM launcher. Come on. It is a sensor of interest. Okay, that should do something vaguely helpful. And turn away. Really should have brushed up on my use of Mavericks without the T-pod. I didn't realize we weren't going to have a targeting pod for this mission, though. Until it actually started up. Oh well, one shouldn't become too dependent on things like that. How's the weapon doing? Ah! Okay, phone call from Romania. Not sure what that's about. But anyway, I was watching that Maverick. Is it going for something vaguely useful? No. Okay, I'm an idiot. Wingman, engage air defenses. I don't care what happens.
Flight. Engage air defenses. Copy.
I think it locked onto that tree or something. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, not much else I can do with that. Well, let's try that again. I didn't get a particularly good look as to where those launchers were, so we'll see about that. Okay, that's good. Running in. There's some ships in the harbor. Oh, that's... I think that's a vehicle. Can I get close enough to acquire anything visually? I don't want to get that close to the island, though. Yeah, I'm turning away now. Well, Wingman's running in. We'll see what he can do. How much fuel have I burned? Quite a lot. Almost half. Okay. Was it just the ships in the harbor, or are there some launchers down there? I think I see a vehicle between those buildings there. Oh. There's our stuff by that hangar, I think. Yeah. Well, I'll briefly turn in towards those. Wingman. Is he attacking the Hawk site on the coast? I swear to God. Yes, he is. Bugger me with a fish fork.
Flight. Join up.
Don't do that. You'll get yourself killed. Okay, I think this is what we're looking for. Something moving down there. Yeah, that looks like kind of like a radar there. Well, we'll verify what that hits before shooting at anything else. Oh yeah, that's our SAM radar. Okay, so that's a Book. That was a radar and 2 launchers, I think. So, I only have 1 Maverick left. Well, this will be fun, because I wasted one, unfortunately. Well, give me some little bit of distance. Oh, we're far enough. Turn in again. Why they haven't continued shooting, I don't know. Maybe they've decided to call it a warning shot. Well, worst case scenario, I might have to charge in and strafe these with my cannon, which I'd rather not do, because there's probably guns down there. Whoops. rifle. And that's it for Mavericks. Okay, I'll turn and put that on my beam and we can watch. Okay, Book launcher destroyed, and I'm gonna have to risk a gun run because my wingman seems to only want to attack the Hawk site on the coastline.
Colt 2-1, Sam
Oh.
site is eliminated.
Never mind.
Copy that. Bug out heading 190 for 20, then RTB. Alert, we have a contact taking off from Abu Musa heading
Abu
240.
Musa, where's that?
If they become hostile, you are cleared to engage. ROE, return fire.
Abu Musa is right over here.
190, check contact, Abu Musa and RTB.
Let's get my AMRAM ready. I've only got one, but what are you gonna do? Ooh, hello. That'll be our contacts on Abu Musa. Let's throw this into track while scan. Come on, give me a little mode 4 interrogation here. Come on, identify yourself. Are you friendly or no? Yeah, mode 4 doesn't seem to be doing much. Well, I'll wait for a hostile act. What's this? That's an F4. And that's locking me. Oh, and confirmed hostile. I presume once he gets in range, he'll shoot a sparrow at me. I will crank his sparrow a little bit, then shoot an AMRAM at him and turn cold. AMRAM's away. And see if I can notch his missile. Nope. No more missile. He might have turned cold then. Nighty night. I think there was only one. Unless there's another one on the data link. I think that's a singleton. No radar signature, so I think we're probably in the clear. Resume heading 190. Bingo fuel, okay. Wingman. RTB on your own. God, I hope he makes it home. I don't want to have him go down again. Is there anything else over there? He's still showing up on the data link. Let's double check. Shit, there's still an airplane there. Well. I'll do a standoff shot from long range with an AIM-9X and see what that does. Yeah, he's getting countermeasures out. AIM-9X has pretty good countermeasure ejection though. Oh, no, it scooted off behind him. And we're no escape range now. Call up the cannon. And that's an F4 damaged, and I see a parachute. Alright. We'll just go back to search mode and bug out. Quite close to Abu Musa. I don't know if there's a SAM site there or not, but I assume if there were, it would have shot at us by now. Let's call up the TACAN for the carrier, which is 37 X-ray, not air-to-air. Yeah. I shouldn't be heads down in a situation like this, but oh well. And I'll actually climb back up a bit too. Guess. Yeah, no missiles left, so it's just gun if we need it, I guess. Well, we'll safety up for now. Abu Musa. Well, if we made it past there and my wingman flew right over it, are you nuts? Then I think we're probably in the clear and we can head back to the carrier.
Colt 3-1, Overlord 1.
Marshall 042. Marking Moms 067.60. Angels 7. State 5.3.
042, Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Clear. Altimeter is 3003. Case 1 recovery expected BRC 252. Report see me at 10.
Alright, we're now 5 miles out from the carrier and just a few seconds away from breaking into the pattern. I'm slightly low. Get her back up to 800 feet. Unfortunately, my wingman did in fact eject on the way back because, well, DCS wingmen can't manage fuel literally to save their lives, it would seem.
042. Overhead Angels 1. State 4.2.
So I take only slight responsibility for that.
042. Tower, Roger. BRC 252. Signal is Charlie.
Signal Charlie, jolly good.
042.
So we can break straight into the pattern without marshalling then. And that's all good. Looking down at the deck. Looks green. I'm going to try and break into the pattern 1 mile past the ship today. I've been trying to tighten up my pattern a little bit since I do fly a sort of unrealistically large one because it still takes me a little bit to get stabilized on speed. And there's 1 mile. Auto throttle off. Boards out. And that was a bit of a disastrous break, but oh well. There's 250 knots. Gear and flaps come down. And we ease out of the turn since we're slightly close in on downwind. Well, not really, actually. Let the altitude drop a little bit, down to 600 feet, and get on speed. Oop, ease her a little to the right. There we go. Actually, a little to the left now. Trim, 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 trim. Oh boy. I let that get away from me for a second there. Trim, and there we're on speed. Let her drop slightly below the horizon to get down to 600 feet. Oh, I'm turning in slightly. Can't do that. And there's boat. And I could just about spot the round down there, which means we're about ready to make our turn, I think. 30 degrees, don't let that drop too far below the line. I'll switch the ILS on in the hopes that I can get that active and roll out on glide slope. A little low now, I think, yeah. See how helpful that is? And then you know where you are glide slope wise during this turn when you're still not looking at the boat and not close enough to see the ball, for example. Is why I like to do that. Okay, I'm going to level off completely because we're low in the groove. We're also a little inside the groove. And I'm going to call the ball.
042. Hornet ball 3.9.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Getting a little high here. Come on, let her down, but not too much. Perfect. That's probably like home fuel warning or something. Yeah. Something I don't need to care about right now. What I need to care about is getting over to the right and not getting too high on the glide slope. Whoa, she's dropping. That's a sink rate. Arrest that immediately. And let her down gently. 3-wire. Again. I'll take it. And we'll get clear right away. And fold up my wings. And I think that's going to be about it for Mission 3 of Exigent Riviera. I do hope it was vaguely enjoyable. I suspect there are going to be some rather dire consequences to the Iranians shooting at us like that, but we'll have to see about that in the next one. Until then, thanks for watching, and toodles.